Right now, we do want to welcome in the man Jon Jones faced at UFC 214, Daniel Cormier, who joins us on the phone. Guys, he is on vacation in Hawaii. But, DC, I got to ask you, how did you hear the news, and what was your first reaction?
Well, I was just getting to Hawaii. I was in the van heading to the hotel when I received the phone call, and the reaction was disbelief. It was crazy, man. You don't expect to get that type of call anytime, much less when you're on your way to vacation with your family. I feel bad, guys. I wanted to do the interview, but I'm on a boat experiencing some of the worst pain ever. I am so seasick.
Oh, no.
I had the idea that it would be smart to go in deep sea fishing today. And trust me, I am paying for it. I am paying for it tremendously.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Listen, after hearing this news, does it make it easier or more difficult to digest this loss?
It's very difficult, because you just want to have everything be right, I mean, I know that when I walked away from that fight, I knew that I felt that he was better, he had beat me again. The crazy thing is that it comes at such a bad time because right as you're starting to go through the process of dealing with a loss like that, it kind of gets thrown back in your face in the most unexpected way, So I think that's probably the most difficult part of the whole thing. I just gotten back to work, and, Flo, we've talked quite a bit over the last few weeks, and the text messages were very short in the beginning, and they got longer. And when you start to kind of come out on the other side, it gets thrown back in your face, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah, DC, I talked to you last week, man. It seemed like you were very positive. You had a great support system. I did talk to USADA, and they said it's okay for you to take a Dramamine. You're in the middle of the ocean, and it's okay. It's clear. You can take that. Question:
I need it bad. Hey, is it so it's allowed, Tyron?
Hey, I'm going to have to throw one to you from here.
We'll say Tyron.
If I get in trouble for that Dramamine, Tyron, I'm coming for your money.
Hey, I'll take the rap.
It's fine.
I'll take the rap. A more serious question. You alluded earlier in the press conference for the fight. You said that Jon Jones, you didn't feel was taking performance enhancement drugs when he fought OSP, but you thought he might have taken it in fights before. Did you have some inside knowledge, some people around the circle that you might have thought, because you seemed pretty confident that you thought he was taking something?
A lot of those things that you say in the build-up to the fight was emotions and just conversations you have over the course of time. I got to kind of be really careful because this guy is entitled to due process, so it's hard to sit here and say that he's guilty when it hasn't gone through the process. But I was saying all this stuff because, obviously it's built up to a fight, but it was the truth as I believed it.
Well, DC, you said last week on UFC Tonight that you actually think that Jon Jones is a changed man after how cordial he was after your fight. I feel like a lot of people believed that there was a new Jon Jones. So what do you think now?
That hasn't changed. I think he was trying to do the right thing, especially after the fight. I don't know what he was doing in the lead up to the fight. When you hear this type of thing, it's really bad, especially if they're saying it was an oversight of some sort. You don't have those types of oversights, man, especially with the history between him and I. Before the first fight, there were some issues, and then the thing at UFC 200 and now this, so just really sucks that we're going through all this stuff again. We've done this time and time again. John and I have started to compete against each other.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. Also, your nausea is unfortunate, DC. We're going to let you go. Good luck deep sea fishing, though. Actually, Ken Flo, maybe some tuna steaks next week on UFC Tonight. If you could bring those back, DC, that would be sweet.
I wish I could just, like I Dream of Jeannie, blink myself back to the shore and get off this dang boat. I need help, please.
Get safe.
Guys, I need help.
3-hour tour.
All right, DC, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
Later, guys.